Hi everyone, can you do me a favor and go get a graphing calculator and then we'll start this short video. On your graphing calculator, you'll see on the left hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about sixth button down on the left hand side, there is a log button. We are going to now be using our calculator to solve some logs that we don't come out to even numbers. So if you would, simply just hit log 3.8 and see what you get as an answer. You should have got 0.5797, and we're going to round to 4 digits, so you're going to get 5798. Okay, please do that for the next two, log 97,500 and log 0.000542. Number 2, you should have got 4.989, and number 3, negative 3.266. So it's okay to get a negative number, but we're never taking the log of a negative number. And if you wanted to try that, you'll see that you would get a non-real answer if you try to put in a negative next to a log. In number 1 down here, when I ask you to find y, remember that this is base 10. And if you recall from the first video we watched on the first day, you can only take logs on the calculator of base 10. So if we have any other base, we can't use the calculator. Well, if you remember, if there's a log in an equation, it's base to the power equals a number. So this is actually 10 to the power of 0.8995 equals y. And so go ahead and do me a favor and put that in a calculator. And when you round to 4 digits, it's 7.9341. Go ahead and do 10 to the power of 2.4825 equals y. And go ahead and plug that in, and what do you get? And you would get 303.74 is what y is. Okay, so now if we look at this problem, I put this problem up on the first day when I introduced logs, and this is actually why we need to know what a log does. We realize that 3 squared, I put this on the board, is 9, and we know 3 cubed is 27. So we know that the answer to this is obviously between 2 and 3, but it's not even, and so we need to be able to use a calculator to solve this answer. Well, if we log both sides, for example, log 3 to the x, and we log the 20, okay? Before we cancel the logs out, which we're not going to do because we have an exponent up here, remember the rule of exponents is the x can come down. So it's log x log 3 and log 20. And what we're going to do then is, this is a algebra problem, so we're going to divide by log 3. Now remember, again, this can only happen if it's in log base 10. So now what we're going to do in a calculator is take log of 20 divided by log of 3. Make sure you close the parenthesis after the 20 and log of 3 and hit enter. And we're going to round to 2 decimal places, which is the hundredths. Okay, and that's how we're going to do these problems. It's not too much harder than that. So with this one, it's the same thing. We're going to add the log back in. X over 2 equals log of 1260. And because x over 2 is the exponent, the x over 2 is going to come out in front, and we still have log of 56.1 equals log of 1260. And so at this point, we're going to, algebra says, here's the x, so that has to stay. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of this. Okay, so we're going to cross that out. We are then going to be left with x over 2. And making sure that we are not, so you're going to get that. Making sure you're shutting the parenthesis after the 1260. And now to get rid of a 2 off the bottom, we multiply as our last step, and x equals 177 times 2, 3.54. Okay? Okay guys, we're just going to finish this one last problem, and we're going to call it quits for this video. And then you might be able to try the other ones on your own, so you can do that. But alright, so first thing you're going to want to do is log both sides. So log of 4, x plus 1 is the exponent, equals 100. And then we're going to get the x plus 1, which is your exponent, come out in front, times the log of 4 equals log of 100. Sorry, I've got the log here. Okay, and then we're going to divide because that's a quantity. So we divide by log of 4. Okay, and we get x plus 1 equals log of 100 divided by log of 4. And then we subtract 1 as our final answer. All right, that should be enough for now. That should be enough for now, so hopefully you got that, and I'll catch you up later.